Hi there, it's Jacqueline McGrath here with today's cooking class. Super excited today because I have been sharing with you that I'm going to save you a lot of money over the course of October because I'm going to show you some really good cost-saving meals. And one of the easiest ways to save money is to shop your flyers. So super excited that IGA, my local store, is promoting extra lean ground beef. Now, I'm usually not a beef person, but I absolutely love this beef because I am putting in the Donair seasoning. If you don't know what Donair is, fun food fact, Donair is basically a Turkish dish, which means meat cooked on a spinning vertical spit or barbecue. Okay, now in Greece or the USA, it's called a gyro, spelled G-Y-R-O, gyro. You don't pronounce the G. And if you're in Canada, it's Donair as well. And in fact, Halifax, Donairs are the provincial food. Wow, because they really love this. Now, if you go to Halifax, be prepared. Instead of having a savory flavoring in it, they actually do a sweet flavoring with milk and sugar. It's very, very tasty. So when you make this, depending on how your family likes it, you can do a savory or sweet version. Now, if you're looking for the recipe for the sweet version, you can find it on my website, jacquelinemcgrath.epicure.com. Look for sweet East Coast Donair sauce, okay? So what I did, I literally went to the grocery store and bought a few family packages of these. And because meat goes bad, you need to cook it up right away. And so I just thought, going into the holiday season and people potentially coming over, what better way than to make meatballs? So I've done this all in advance, just so you know, a pound of burgers. You don't need any egg in here because this packaging will actually really bind this together. I just take out what I need for today's cooking class. The rest can stay in the freezer and totally usable in maybe a pasta dish or something else. Okay, so with our Donair today, instead of making it, of course, into the slices like it shows here, I'm actually going to make a wrap with it. So it's going to be a Donair sub. Okay, now what is in our package? Seriously, the flavorings in this is so delicious. We've got onion, garlic, sea salt, paprika, herbs, spices, and black pepper. You can imagine how tasty this is. So with our Donair, we're also going to want to put it all together, making our sauce. So the first thing we're gonna do, I've got in our 4-cup prep bowls, and just so you know, you get 4 of these when you purchase them, and they do come with fancy little lids. But I've basically got some plain Greek yogurt. Now, we're going to want to jazz this up a bit. So we're definitely going to want to put in some lemon dilly seasoning. Now, this is really, really tasty. You can make a dip out of it. The ingredients, of course, you can put it on fish, grilled chicken, steamed veggies, potato and pasta salads. It is super, super tasty. All it has is dill, herb, garlic, black pepper, and lemon, of course. So I'm going to grab my 4-in-1 spoon. I'm going to put some lemon dilly in there. I definitely want garlic. Now, you're probably thinking, oh, she's going to go for the roasted garlic aioli. 100% you could. But today I'm going to use one of our pantry staples, which is the minced garlic. This should be something that you keep in your cupboard at all time. Basically, it's already minced for you. You don't have to get garlic all over your fingers so everyone knows what you ate the night before. And instead, you can just use this. Now, half a teaspoon of the dried minced garlic is equivalent to 1 garlic clove. So imagine how many garlic cloves are in here, right? So anyway, I want to add roughly about a 1/4 of a teaspoon there. And I'm doing this a little bit early before I put my cucumber in there because I want it to get lots of flavor and get the moisture in there as well. I'm going to add a little bit of sea salt because you know Epicure's products are all really healthy when it comes to sodium and sugar conscious. And so I did put a little bit of that in here. I'm going to give it a quick little stir. And of course, with any tzatziki, we need to add our cucumbers. So I don't know if you've seen any of my previous cooking classes regarding tzatziki dip, but I love putting my cucumber rather than grating. And if you have children that don't like veggies, hide them. So this is what I did when I had little kids. I literally would take out the seeds and I would chop these babies all up. My kids wouldn't see the green because the seeds are more or less whitish. And that way they got their veggies in, but I got some great flavoring. Now the inside seeds, just so you know, are very, very moist. So you're gonna wanna chop these up really good. Give them a good squeeze before you drop them in here. But if you chop them fine enough, your children won't even see this, but it's gonna add some great flavor. So these are flexible cutting boards. I love the fact that they are so slick. So when you get it on the mat, you can just slide it right in. Okay, so we're just gonna mix that all together. And this is going to be our tzatziki dip. Now, one more thing I will add, because I love Greek food. Love, love, love it. And of course, with Greek food, you always add feta cheese. So I am just gonna put some feta cheese in here so I get that cheese flavor as well. So just mix this all in. And it's going to give you lots and lots of flavor. Like I said, it's the first thing that I would do for making this, because you want to make sure that the moisture from your yogurt and your cucumber is basically absorbed into that minced garlic, so you get that garlic flavoring. All right, just taste that. It's gonna be so yum. Okay, now, a few other things we're going to need. We are going to need some cucumber in here. So this is our Y peeler. I don't know what your peeler looks like at home, but this is so darn slick. So we're just going to take our Y peeler, and we're just gonna cut some slices that we're gonna actually put right inside our wrapped Donair. See how easy this slices? And nice and thin. Beautiful, right? All right, the next thing we're going to do, slide that off to the side, we're going to have to get some tomatoes. Now, I highly recommend Roma tomatoes. Make sure they're washed off really good. And the reason I like Romas is they're really meaty. There's not a lot of liquid in them. And I don't want my sandwich to be soggy. So I'm just going to slice with our nice ceramic knife. See how easy it cuts through this tomato, and make some nice slices. So this is our ceramic knife. It does come with a sheath, basically to protect the sharp knife part. So always make sure that you put it back when you're done with it so it doesn't get broken. All right, what else am I going to add to this? Well, we need some nice iceberg lettuce. So wash this up. You're gonna get that ceramic knife out again. And basically you can just shave off some of this. This will give some nice crunch to that Donair that you're making. And lastly, I'm gonna want to have a little bit of parsley. I love the flavor of parsley, especially with the lemon and the tzatziki that's going on there, okay? And lastly, you can't have a gyro without your red onion. Now, if you wanted to, you could use the mandolin, but personally for myself, I'm just gonna show you how sharp this knife is. You can literally just shave fine little pieces of this red onion. And depending on how much you want onion on here, that's how much you can make. So, isn't that great? See how sharp it is? Now, you may want to cut these in half. I know I certainly will. I don't need to have all that onion. Make sure you break it up. And now it's just a matter of assembling it all. So here we go. I am using our round steamer. If you buy pitas, because this is what we're going to use, they may be a little dried out. So what you can do is steam your pita just, I don't know, 10 seconds in your steamer. If they're really dry, you may want to have a moist, not wet, but a moist paper towel and just put them in there. I've actually made mine already pre-wound up, so it makes it just that much easier. So now it's just a quick matter of assembly. Where did I put my spatula here? Oh, there it is, hiding on me. Okay, so super, super easy. And this is what we love about Epicure, is how meals are just so fast and easy and super, super tasty, and of course, healthy. But we're going to put our feta tzatziki in there, making sure we get lots and lots of flavor. Like I said, if you would sooner have this sweet one, make sure you try the East Coast Donair. We're going to take our little meatballs that we made with the Donair. You can use a fork to slice them. I'm just going to cut them into little chunks. Again, I made the meatballs this way because I want to use them for multiple different ways. I'll just put that in there. And depending on how much meat you want in them, I'm thinking you're probably going to want to have 3 or 4 of these meatballs cut up. Can you see how that's working out okay? You're going to love this. I'm going to tell you, you don't need to slave in the kitchen to have great results. You're going to add, oops, a little bit of onion. I tend to like my onions. Get some of your tomatoes, your lettuce, and lastly, of course, your strips of cucumber. Wrap this baby all up. Put a toothpick in it. It's a little sloppy, but this is your gyro, your Donair sub, your little shawarma wrap if you're from an Arabian country. But you're gonna love this. This is so darn tasty. So guys, really shop your flyer. Think how you can maybe use this. Maybe you don't wanna put it in a loaf. Make some meatballs. And have a fabulous meal. I know I shouldn't talk with my mouth full, but it's so good. Anyway, take care everyone. Thanks for popping into today's cooking class. If you saw any of the products that I used today and you're looking to purchase, you can find me on my website, jacquelinemcgrath.epicure.com. The other option is book your own cooking class. And if you're watching what I'm doing and you're thinking, what a slick little job, we do have an opportunity for you to just join me. So I'd love to have you join the team. Thanks for watching today, and good luck making a fabulous meal for your family. Bye for now.